Hello, 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 all my friends, all my family, all the Kiki crew on YouTube. How's it going today? How's it going? First, I didn't realize what time the Megan Boswell trial was coming on today, guys. So we're going to throw up the disclaimer really quick. Come on in, come on in. I'm going to welcome all y'all. There's our Fair Use Act disclaimer that its allowance is made for fair use of copyrighted material for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, teaching, and or scholarship. No one is guilty unless in the court of law. My speculation is my speculation only. The chat speculation is their speculation only. Okay, let's say hi to everybody and let's get over to, I'm going to pull up Court TV. Dawn Emery, hello. Kathy Gordon, hello. Welcome in, all. Grace Paris, Lori. Let's see, y'all chatting. Y'all been chatting. I appreciate Daisy Duke. Come on in. I appreciate all my mods for holding the fort down for me. Lisa King, come on in. Come on in. Mimi Mall, Sandy, hello. I love the name change, in my opinion. I need to put that behind mine, don't I? Detroit City, come on in. Come on in. Let's see here. We had a long conversations last night. We were on Lady Freedoms. Hello, Valley Girl. And we were chatting, guys. Let's see where we need to get started. We're going to pull up Megan Boswell. You all do know she's on trial today. And she is accused, allegedly. Hello, Justin. Come on in. Justin for all. Thank you for listening. We are going to cover just a little bit of Megan. Her baby, Evelyn, was found in the shed outside her, I think it was her father or grandfather's shed, in a trash bag. Trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. Everything is speculation. Everything is my opinion. We are going to move over to Court TV and watch. They are live right now, folks. I'm not going to do the whole thing because we have a lot to cover. And I have limited time, as you know, because we have a ton of children. Not a ton, but anyways, we're going to pull this up, go live with Court TV. I'm going to put some music behind this also a little bit. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Hey, Seclusion Works, come on in. We had so much to cover today. Let's see if I can pull my music in. I think you're supposed to do that. This is all credit to Court TV, not me. Just want you to know this is Court TV. And we're going to give them credit, and we need to drop that in the link, and I'll put it in the description when we are done. I'm going to turn this down so that y'all don't just hear the music. And we're going to push play. I think they're live right now. I'm not sure. Let's see. Sentencing. They're about to come on. Let's talk a little bit while we're waiting. Let's talk a little bit about last night. What was anybody in Lady Freedoms last night in her chat? Just want to know. Guys. Yes, Seclusion, Boswell, Demon, in my opinion. There was something that popped up on the FBI website that we're going to cover concerning Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee on February 25th. guys. He anywhere from midnight to 6:00 a.m. So we'll talk to each other. Let's go ahead. I don't really want to wait on this. We could pull it back in here in a minute, guys. Let's. Lisa, you watched replay this morning. Yeah. Official Dog the Bounty Hunter was in the chat last night, and he was sounded like he was not very happy, in my opinion. I can't speak for him because I don't know him personally. But yeah, we'll just wait on this until it pops up. Let me see though if I start with my backgrounds and I can still talk about other things. But this pulled up on the screen. I'm not sure because I've never tried this. One thing we did learn last night, guys, was a person, was about 5 weeks after Sebastian went missing. Okay. Their KP, allegedly, in my opinion, was spotted at a Mexican restaurant enjoying a dinner. Okay. That's KP. 5 weeks. 5 weeks after Sebastian was missing. And you have to eat. But as we know, she has been other places enjoying her life, in my opinion. Here's another one. Here's another one, guys. There she is. Her little braid in the back of her hair. Kid-free, not a worry in the world, right? In my opinion. It irritates me to no end. I think that we have Megan Boswell up now. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see if they're on now. Nope, it's not on yet. Okay. I'm going to show you guys another picture of famous mother of the year, in my opinion. Okay. She was paying at the register. Mexican restaurant. Wonder if she had margaritas. Seclusion. I agree. Reminds me of Casey Anthony pouring up, in my opinion. Yeah, living the best life, guys. Makes me sick. And that is my opinion. Makes me sick as a mother. And when you are, in my opinion, a true mother, you don't do these things. Anyways, Daisy Duke. I watched Betty this morning, and Betty read from Ellie that she told them she heard a bang. Yes. Didn't say a thud. She said a bang, allegedly. Yes. That's what it says on the FBI flyer. And I was going to bring that up. I don't want to wait on this. So I'm going to remove it from the stage. Hopefully I can pull it back up. We're going to continue on with Sebastian. Let's see here. We'll pop back on. If you all see that the case is back on with the Megan Boswell, y'all let me know. Notify me, please, in the chat, and I'll turn it on for us. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, let's see, and stop screen. So I'm going to have to clear that out, and I'll have to research for it. Gosh, guys, I'm all over the place. Okay, share screen. I watched some of Betty this morning, Daisy, but I was very late. Okay, first off, we're going from Summer to Sebastian. We're going all over the place, okay? I don't know if y'all have heard this yet or not, But Ronnie Lawson out of Hawkins County will not run for re-election. Let's scroll down. Okay. Right here, Hawkins County, Tennessee. Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson will not seek re-election in 2026. Lawson confirms to News Channel 11 on Thursday that he plans to retire in August 2026 after 16 years as the county's chief law enforcement officer. So hang on, let's restart this. Let's give credit to WATE. Sorry, guys. It's going to give me an ad because I'm restarting, but that's all right. We'll skip it.
Retire in August next year. This is after 16 years as the county's chief law enforcement officer. Lawson was first elected sheriff in 2010. During Lawson's time as sheriff, the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office has continued to investigate the disappearance of missing child Summer Wells. Hawkins County's next sheriff will be elected in the August 6th, 2026 general election.
So that's some news for us. Wonder who's going to be the new one. Yes. My email, I don't know that it's correct on my page, but it says kikitruecrime77@gmail.com. Hello, Canadian Cookie. Come on in. Yes. When our daughter went missing, we were frantic answering all questions, accounted for her whereabouts. And when the police found her at the library, we were too relieved to be angry with police, Seclusion says. Phew. That just takes my breath away when I think about it, and these kids are quick. I mean, you can be shopping. It's happened to me before. And one of mine go, under a clothing rack. It happens. But you do work with law enforcement. You do not. Let me turn this music off. I forgot it's even on. Sorry, guys. I hope you can hear me good without all that. I got so much to cover. I'm trying really hard to not be all over the place, but there's just so much. So we saw Miss KP at the Mexican restaurant. I didn't, but someone did. Thank you for that picture. I appreciate that picture. So that was something. Okay, let's move forward. As you know, there is coming an event by the name of Pigfest in October to Hendersonville. We've talked a lot about it. Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. We've done some deep dives on certain things. But one thing in particular kind of stood out to us, and I want everyone to know, and I want everyone to not go to these people. Do not email these people. Do not reach out to these people because we don't know unless we know. Now I sound like credit, but this is all in our opinions. We're not blaming anyone. But my thought was, hey, let's dig into some of the nonprofits in the area. And guys, some of these nonprofits in the area, and they've had, we'll just say, we don't know if they are connected to the family, but we do know. Okay, what we do know is that they know of each other. We'll just say that. Maybe whether it be acquaintances, whether it be business related, whether it be for help, who knows? Because we're not in that area. We don't actually know the people. But I did bring up some nonprofits, and one of the nonprofits that lady has spoke of, and me and her have talked, is one of those is called Live Love Nashville. Okay. And if anyone's been around since the beginning of Sebastian's case, when the searchers were searching for, I think the Megan Boswell thing may be on. I just got a notification. But when they were searching for Sebastian at the beginning, guys, Live Love Nashville fed the first responders. And I know that to be fact because it is on the Facebook. You have to do your own research. Don't take my word for anything. Do your own research. Okay. Well, I just want to show you guys something. And I blocked out the name of this person to protect their identity because we don't know this person, but very strange to me, in my opinion. Okay. So this person posted how many people, and I think it was like 100 people that they fed during the search for Sebastian. This, I think, was the week after he went missing or right thereafter. And one person says amazing. This other person says, is it too Katie to send? So, does she know her personally, allegedly? And then Live Love Nashville says, hold off right now. If they need any meals the rest of the weekend, I'll make a new post. Thank you so much for your generosity and willingness to give back. Well, as we know, okay, I got to find the correct one. As we know, the director, we've learned to come to know who the director of the Pigfest and the parks are, and his name is Mr. Andy, correct? Okay, let's go right here. And as you know, also, there's certain nonprofits that a certain person's church helps fund also. But if you look on Facebook, here's Live Love Nashville. And there's Mr. Director. Okay. If you go, and I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to bring this person's name out. Okay. But if you go to a certain place in the comments, the nonprofit that someone's church is connected to, allegedly, in my opinion, is commenting here. Okay? So evidently somebody knows somebody. So I guess they all work together in these programs. I'm not sure, and that's not abnormal. But also we're going to look. Mr. Andy was on WKRN News talking about Pigfest, I think it was. Okay, let's see. Also, Live Love Nashville. Okay, there we are. Pigfest raised $58,000 in 2024. Presented by Dude Rights. But right there, they funded Christmas for Kids and Grace Place Ministries and all that last year. Thank you for your support. We can't wait until 2025. So that's that. But also, there was under one of the comments concerning, I think it was KP, there's Holiday Fest. Okay, it wasn't, yeah. Hendersonville Parks and Rec is with Tennessee Vacation. 2 others. Pigfest raised $58,000 last year. Okay, they partnered with Holiday Fest, Live Love Nashville, Christmas for Kids, Grace Place Ministries, Mary's Magical Playground. And from what I could tell, we're not positive, but from what I could tell, they also charge to get into that park. From my understanding, that's what lady had said in her live. In my opinion, allegedly. But let's go over to Megan Boswell, and I got a few other things for y'all to see. Let me go find this. Give me just a minute. You guys, can you see that? That popped up on the screen? I'm not sure. Hang on. Moving slowly. At the stage. And this is Megan Boswell. We're going to give credit and turn our music on. Okay? Report TV, guys. I'm going to try to turn that up
The defendant had told the truth on day one.
as much as I can.
Jason calls for speculation.
Hang on just a second.
I mean, I could ask you a different way.
You can drop that link, mod, please. I'm going to be quiet and let y'all hear this.
Sustained. Yeah, you need to reframe it. Too wrong.
Very hard to hear. I think it's Court TV's sound, guys, because my sound is all the way up.
If you had known that Evelyn was dead on day one, would that have changed the way you conducted your investigation?
There we go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can't hear it, Grace?
These resources have been used.
I got the volume all the way up.
Were you aware of community involvement?
Let me push mute on my part and help.
18 days of investigation.
Yeah, extremely. They really provided us a lot of additional resources that not criminal justice related, just like they brought us food to the office so we could, eat and still work. And they all pulled together during that time and just showed tremendous outpouring support for our entire agency. And, across the nation, really, this was a national recognized case. So the people around here in the community, they started Evelyn's Army, and they provided food for us.
Based on your own personal observations, what did the impact of the community look like to you?
Very emotional, just like my staff. I mean, everything you see, people wanted to find this baby, and that was their number one goal. And, whatever it may take, whatever it may need, whatever resource may need to be utilized, everybody was willing and able to put in their time, effort, and energy to locate baby Evelyn. And, just like my staff, I mean, the emotional toll on them, the lack of sleep, but they never did get fatigued. I tried to send some home, and they said, no, I'm not going home. I'm going to work on this case until we find the baby.
Okay. No other questions? Does any questions Mr. Scott has for you?
I don't have any questions.
Thank you.
Stay with call. Take your last place.
Matt Price, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What is your position at the sheriff's department?
I'm Lieutenant in Criminal Investigations.
And Lieutenant Price, you very familiar with the investigation involving the disappearance and death of Boswell, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What was your role in the investigation?
This case was assigned to me as the lead investigator with the sheriff's office. So I was the lead investigator.
And you worked, the sheriff has testified to, you worked hand in hand with numerous agencies in the investigation, including TBI, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And David Gratz at the time, also two of you
Worked
worked extensively, that'd be
Yes.
correct. You familiar with the evidence that was collected in the case, the discovery of the body of the victim, Evan Boswell?
Yes.
Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you some photographs. I'm just going to do this one at a time so for the sake of getting these exhibits in. I'm going to hand you the first photograph, ask you if you can show us, identify what's shown in that photo.
Yes, this is a photograph of looking inside the playhouse at the trash can where Evan was located.
And is that a true and accurate depiction of
Yes.
that scene? Judge, we would make that exhibit number 1 for this hearing.
Y'all, if you see her talking to her attorney or what have you there beside her, she was grinning.
That's helpful or would create confusion.
Just gonna be exhibit 1 from that sentence.
You recognize what's shown in the photographs just to hand it to you?
Yes, I do.
What is that?
Again, this is looking inside the playhouse at the trash can after the one of the bags had been removed off the top.
Okay. Is there anything of significance that you see as you look at the trash can itself?
Yes, it appears that the items inside the trash can have been compressed.
Judge, we would make that exhibit 3 for this hearing. Okay. Lieutenant Price, would you take a look at the photographs being handed to you and ask if you can identify what's shown?
Yes, this is a picture of the inside the trash can with the blanket removed where you can see baby Evan's leg.
Is that the first shot or first, I guess,
Yes.
discovery of the body?
It is correct.
Judge, we make that exhibit 4 to this hearing. You recognize what's shown in that photograph?
Yes.
What is it?
This is the trash bag that was inside the trash can where baby Evan was located, and also the child is with the aluminum foil and the blanket is laying beside the trash bag.
So the body has been removed from the trash.
Correct.
bag.
The body's been removed from the trash bag. It's in the trash bag with trash in it. Baby Evan is laying there wrapped in blankets and aluminum foil wrapped around her.
Judge, we would move to make that exhibit 5 this hearing.
Y'all, I just, we're using this as commentary too. So we're giving credit to the court TV. I'm just trying to be quiet for a little while so you can hear what's going on.
This is
Hey, TJ,
Body of
come on
baby Evelyn
in.
after she was removed from the trash can, placed inside of a body bag. She was lying there with blankets wrapped around her and aluminum foil wrapped around where her head area was.
Bedford, like that, it's 6 to the scene. You recognize the photo, it's just been handed to you.
Yes, I did.
What is shown in that photo?
And this is baby Evelyn laying in, still wrapped in blankets laying on a body bag, with her arm exposed, showing the onesie that she was wearing.
Is that photo, that one of the photos that's taken?
Guys, I could
That's correct.
not imagine what these officers saw. Thank God for the justice in this case. Seclusion, I agree. Little one, you did not deserve this. Guys, even, in Tennessee, there are baby boxes. There are people that need children, legally.
Do you recognize what's shown in that photo?
Adoption.
Yes, I did.
What is that?
This is baby Evelyn after the blankets and aluminum foil have been removed from her body. It shows the position of her head and how she was laying when the blanket was removed.
Bedford, to make that exhibit 8. Finally, Lieutenant Price, give you one more photo and ask you to identify that photograph, please.
Yes, I can. This is a picture of Evelyn, one of the last known pictures. We know that when she was alive.
Bedford, make that exhibit number 9.
Guys, do you want to continue watching this or do you want to move forward with Sebastian? Tell me in the chat, please. 1 for
Thank you.
on this, 2 we're moving on.
No questions. That's all I had to say.
Treasurer Slaughter would like to make an allocution.
Guys, let's go ahead and move forward here in just a minute, okay? Are you guys okay with that? Move forward with Sebastian. Hello, Charlene. After she speaks, then we'll go back.
I would just like to say that the state of Tennessee treated me very unfair during this whole investigation. And had I had a fair trial and an impartial jury, I would have been acquitted of the murder charges. I would have never hurt my baby, and I did not kill Evelyn.
I'm sorry, but cry me a freaking river, I've never hurt my baby, is what she said. Are you kidding me? Girl, you should have thought about that a long time ago. That baby had no choice, so I don't feel sorry for her.
Prior to this hearing, filed a notice of intent in regards to enhancing factors that we believe apply, as well as a notice of intent to seek consecutive sentencing, which is what we are asking the court to do. And we believe, based upon the seriousness of the offense, as well as the fact that Miss Boswell is a dangerous offender whose behavior indicates little, no regard for human life. That she had no hesitation about committing a crime in which the risk to human life was high. But this court should bring those sentences.
I agree, seclusion. That baby didn't have a choice. That baby didn't have a choice to be slung around to different homes and watched by God only knows who, and thrown in a flipping trash can upside down. Give me a flipping break. And you're going to get on up there and cry? No. No. Sorry. Bye-bye, girl.
Consider everything that was presented and that came in the trial, as well as the photographs that have been introduced to the sentencing hearing, which again, those were all part of the trial evidence as well. But the trust that Miss Boswell betrayed upon her daughter was just so callous. She chose herself repeatedly, time and time again.
Amen. She had a choice. The baby did not.
Horrible. But for a small child to die in the way that Evelyn died just shows such extreme callousness. And those photographs show you. I mean, she was discarded like a piece of common garbage.
In the comments, what do y'all think
It looks like the body
that she should get,
pushed down
in your opinion?
so we can fit more trash.
And at the beginning, did she not say, I want another trial? Is that what she said? I'll have to go back and listen because this is so low on my end.
This whole painful part of this is the fact that all that occurred at the hands of the one person that she should have been able to rely upon and trust to protect her own mother.
Amen. KP, you listening?
Chose Megan chose
They
life.
depend upon their
Megan
mother
chose living in a big house out by the
to
lake.
take care of
Megan
them,
chose going to the movies,
in my opinion.
going to Blowing Rock, going to Gatlinburg, again and again and again, over her own daughter.
Did they just say Gatlinburg, leaving her daughter over and over again, Grace?
In order for the court to find that the defendant was a dangerous offender and apply consecutive sentencing, there are two things that the case law has said the court has to find. One is that it relates to the severity of the crime. And I can think of nothing that would be any easier than to relate consecutive sentencing to the facts of this case and what Ms. Boswell did. I mean, not only did she murder her own
But
child,
he's wanting consecutive sentencing, correct, Grace, which means consecutive years.
finally brought into the case, not because of her, not because she did anything, but because it finally got reported by her dad. Well, then she manipulates law enforcement, manipulates the community by continuing to lie over and over and over again, causing extraordinary resources to have to be involved for weeks trying to find this child in the hopes that she's alive. And then even after that, even after she finally coughs up the fact that her child is dead,
That's what he said, Grace, I think, was consecutive.
When all along, she's sitting there stuffed upside down in the trash can, and her child.
Amen, brother. Here they're trying to find the baby, and she knows where she was, allegedly. Yes, TJ, consecutive is better.
Suffocating her own child, putting her in a trash can, and then repeatedly lying about it to cover it up.
I'm sorry, y'all, but this gets me very angry.
Finding this court has to make is that it was necessary that consecutive sentencing is necessary to protect the public from further crimes. And provided the court, as well as Mr. Scott, with the case of State v. Taylor, which was a case in which a small child had been beaten to death. And then the mother basically delayed in reporting, calling 911.
DJ, honey, if I spoke my mind, y'all think I was crazy, probably. Sorry, I'm eating some chips too.
And
We'll
the court in that case
get that on there.
the dangerous offender classification
Starving.
was satisfied because the defendant had demonstrated extreme callousness towards the health and welfare of the victim.
Susie, I don't either. Seclusion. My heart is hurting, little Evelyn the tear.
Really, it does not get any
Can you imagine?
any more callous.
Could you imagine what that little baby went through?
She turned her back.
Looking into her mother's eyes, like I just want, I'm sick. My opinion, if they would make them less comfortable
Megan Boswell wanted to live
and make things miserable on them, like those babies had to go through, then people wouldn't do these things.
not getting more callous than that. So the statement submits that both those factors are met and that the court should impose consecutive sentencing.
Kathy, I agree. I agree. Most other people just cares about herself. There's too many mamas out there that don't give a flip about their kids, that just care about themselves, in my opinion.
Ms. Boswell's rather brief allocution. I think it's also right for the court to consider the fact that she sits here today in this courtroom, still having absolutely no remorse and taking no responsibility.
No remorse, no responsibility.
Again,
She was in there laughing,
make all of us
smiling.
victims in the case. Make herself a victim. She's sheriff's office, I guess, should be issuing an apology to her for the way she's just been unfairly treated during this whole process.
This does cracking me up.
Judge, Miss Boswell was not treated unfairly. Her child. was
She's
treated-
playing the victim,
Her
guys,
15-month-old
in my
child
opinion.
never had a chance.
That little crime scene. We're going to have to
because
do
of
a
the one
clip
person
on
who
that.
should have protected her. For that reason, the state is asking you to maximize her sentence in the remaining counts that she has to be sentenced on. And we would ask that they be run consecutive, Judge. Thank you.
Amen. Wouldn't it be nice to be that attorney?
Judge, I guess I'll try to address this in somewhat where Mr. Harper did maybe in the back of his fashion. Ms. Boswell had no prior criminal history when this case started, when the investigation started. At some point, she's been-
No prior history. It doesn't matter. Maybe she just didn't get caught, in my opinion.
February 2020. That's the only criminal history she comes to this court. She's been in jail since she was 18 years old. She will be in jail if this court were to sentence her at the low end of everything, not run consecutive. She'll be in jail until she's 69 years old. The court then has to-
Who gives a flip how long she'll be in jail, dude? That baby had no choice. And here I'm saying, dude.
The court should, I guess first the court has to consider the length of the sentence. She's arranged one offender as to each count. Court should impose I think the sentence is, short of the sentence is as necessary, so the court discretion. To achieve the purposes of sentencing. Here, she's serving a life sentence. She will be eligible for parole.
Sorry, guys, but I'm so flipping sick of these people doing these things to these kids
Essentially, the state asks you
and then thinking they deserve rights. They do not deserve any kind of right because that baby had no choice.
I guess jury sentencing I've ever done. But the jury had the opportunity, after hearing all these facts, to consider whether to sentence her to life without parole or life with parole. To sentence her to life with parole. And I know you're not bound by that on these other counts, but I think in fairness and in deference to that jury, we have to give some respect to what determination they made. And they were, obviously, they heard the guilt phase. I think that is important to consider. She's eligible for probation on all the other charges. The court has to make a determination whether or not those sentences should be suspended or served. The court has to make a determination whether, if they are served, how they're served, consecutive or concurrent.
Did he just say that her sentence suspended?
As it relates to.
You're fine, Kathy.
Who society has to
That-
protect
Is that what he said?
I think the case law is quite clear. Not every person convicted of first degree murder and another felony is going to fall into that category.
How can this man stand there and say, no, oh
In a lot
my,
of cases you see multiple victims,
just let the bull run right out your mouth?
all those things kind of go together. And I guess the other thing we have to talk about is what.
Christy, come on in. We're looking at the Megan Boswell trial right now. They're sentencing her.
That the child abuse and child neglect counts should merge. And all of the following.
He said child, he's wanting them to charge her with child abuse and child neglect. No, that baby's not here. I'm sorry, sir. It's past that.
State versus Smith, 436 Southwest.
I don't see how these people, I could not be an attorney. I'd get too upset.
He talks about cases just like this. Each of these cases, these interviews are basically a continuation of the other interviews. And based on the rule of leniency, the court found that even though in that case interviews were made over multiple days with different officers.
So, Christy, this is her attorney. The court appointed for the state, I believe, has already spoken.
And I guess finally, I want to address what Ms. Harper said about Ms. Boswell's comments. I think a lot of defendants would probably feel that way. But I think she's entitled.
Grace Paris, what I loved was walking in the courtroom and Mr. Judgy Judge saying, okay, let's we'll have a lunch break and we'll be back. Just goes, me and Grace Paris walked in.
The defendant has a right to maintain their innocence. And to hold that against them and somehow sentence them to more jail time because they don't come in here and say, I did it.
Christy, they did, but I think she's trying to get another trial or something.
I would suggest that
Yeah, they found her guilty, but they're trying to do the sentencing part of it. Like, will she serve it consecutively or what? Yeah, it's the sentencing. Thank you, Grace. It's been a while since I've been in the courtroom.
Court will be in recess for 15 minutes.
Okay, so they're going to recess. So we're gonna drop down, and we can either go back to that, or we can. You guys can go look at that on Court TV because I may be finished by then. But that's Megan Boswell. That baby had no choice. She should have no choice, in my opinion. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at. We were talking about Pigfest and the nonprofit. Here's one of the nonprofits that does benefit, okay, from the Pigfest. Let's see what else I have. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't want to show that. Okay. We showed Mr. Director of Parks right here. I know what else it was I wanted to show you guys. The nonprofit that the Live Love Nashville used to be at a high school, but now it is, I think it helps a lot of different non-profits, if I'm not mistaken, but it was in this high school evidently, and it's no longer, that campus is no longer open for that. It is now for the Homeless Education Resource Office Hero. It's a food pantry, clothing closet, and there's no doubt that I'm sure they help a lot of kids. I'm not saying anything bad about these. I'm not. I'm just saying it's a who knows who type situation, in my opinion. Hang on a second, guys. Seclusion, did I do some outburst? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know how loud I sound, but let's see here. Let's see here. We're gonna pull up the newest, okay? The newest flyer, not flyer, but the nudist. God, I can't even talk. We are gonna pull up the newest update from FBI. Okay. This is what we talked about last night. Let's see here. I'm sorry, Seclusion. Maybe I'm too loud. Am I too loud for you? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. First off, I thought, well, maybe this is fake. But I'm not saying that. It is fake. Okay. Lord, don't take me wrong on that. Okay. Because it does look real. But it says an official website of the United States government. Here's how you know. You click down. This is what it gives you. Okay. Because I thought, what in the world with this? Just like a whole lot of you did. Searching, this was September 4th, 2025. Searching for Sebastian Rogers. FBI is offering a reward of $50,000 for information leading to Sebastian's whereabouts. Let's scroll down. Those are nice pictures of Sebastian. Okay. You guys tell me in the comments, and I'll look back when we, yes, everything that I'm saying is in opinion only. Don't take it as fact. Please do your own research. Okay, we're going to read over this. But when we do, you type who, in your opinion, oh, okay, Seclusion, sorry. You type in your opinion and put, in my opinion, who this sounds like. Okay? On February 26, 2024, Katie went to wake up her 14-year-old son, this is third person, of course, for school. To her surprise, he was nowhere to be found. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers had spent the previous day with his mother. The pair shopped at a department store. Okay, department store. TJ, you got it. That's what I think too, in my opinion. Okay, I guess you could consider BJ's as a department store, but I thought it was more like Kohl's or Target that was, department store, in my opinion. Played video games at a bowling alley and had dinner at a local restaurant before heading home for the evening. I feel like I'm reading a book, and I'm not making fun, but I feel like I'm reading a book. After returning to their home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Katie and Sebastian prepared for bed, saying goodnight sometime between 9 and 10. Katie told us a little bit before 10 p.m., she heard a loud bang. Has anybody heard that? Because what I remember, it was a thud. Correct? Right? So now we're talking about a bang. What is a bang? Okay? Let's see. Coming from Sebastian's room. So she yelled out to ask him if he was okay, to which he responded that he was, said Detective Brendan Carter from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. She told him to go to bed because they had to be up early for school the next morning. Not heard that either. Heard go to bed, Bubba. Right? Katie called her husband, who was out of town in Southwest Tennessee for work, and the two of them spoke for nearly 2 hours before she went to sleep around midnight. Okay, so did she fall asleep on the couch? Did she go to bed? The next morning was the beginning of what would become a massive search effort for Sebastian. Katie called her husband and told him that she couldn't find Sebastian, that he wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house, said Carter. Katie got into her car and drove around the neighborhood to Sebastian's school, which was less than a mile away from her house, searching for Sebastian before returning home. They forgot to mention she had her windows rolled up, right? That she wasn't screaming for him. Her windows were rolled up, just cruising around the subdivision. In my opinion, during this time, her husband called LE, Local Emergency Communication Center, to report Sebastian as missing. In the early days of the search, it seems Sebastian vanished without a trace. This case was kind of a question mark, said FBI Nashville Special Agent Robert Barrett. Mom wakes up and he is just gone. There's a question mark and we've got to figure out what happened. The question mark only grew bigger as the search went on. Sebastian did not take any clothes, shoes, money, food, or his cell phone, said Carter. His cell phone and cash were both lying on the dining room table where they had been the day before when he went to bed. According to Katie, there was a small yellow flashlight that she thinks was missing, but that was the only thing that appeared to be gone from the house. The first week in the search for Sebastian was a massive community and intra-agency effort between the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, TBI, Emergency Management Agency, Hendersonville Police, Gallatin Police, Tennessee Highway Patrol, THP, the FBI, Metro Police, Wilson County Sheriff's Office, Sumner County EMS, Sumner County Emergency Response Team, and several other agencies throughout Tennessee. The search consisted of, this is what I didn't understand. I'm coming back for comments a second before I proceed. Are y'all following me on this? Where everybody sat talking about Edgar, my mom needs some jewelry, allegedly, yes. The first time she didn't say anything about anything or nothing that she said she heard a noise. And then the third time she heard a thud. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's okay, Kathy. You do what you got to do, honey. I'm just reading. I want you to listen to this. Have y'all heard of this? There was, okay. The search consisted of about 4.5 mile radius around Sebastian's home, said Carter. There were roughly 2,000 searchers equipped with an app tracking their movements. The searchers could also use the app to plot things on a map that they observed while they were out searching. Remember, no evidence at all. The total area they covered within that 4.5 mile radius was equivalent to a combined 44,000 acres. In addition to ground searchers, law enforcement employed every available resource at their disposal to locate Sebastian. Fire departments mounted patrols, ATVs, search and rescue canines, drones, helicopters, even an airplane. What about that mattress cover? What about that? Did they get that? In my opinion, allegedly, I heard they didn't receive that. They didn't even want to come look at it. During day 2 of the search, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office reached out to FBI for assistance and specific resources that could potentially help find Sebastian, who has high-functioning autism. I contacted our FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team for initial consults, and then they brought in the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit to assist, said Barrett. The BAU shared a statistic that about 50% of autistic children are prone to wander. They are also naturally drawn to bodies of water, and 71% of fatal outcomes involving missing autistic children result in a drowning. Hang on just a second, guys. That information helped us focus our search efforts in and around bodies of water. The search team drained ponds, searched waterways and lakes looking for Sebastian. In addition, law enforcement searched almost every home in the neighborhood. What's that supposed to mean? Almost every home in the neighborhood. Video recordings from nearby homes and dashboard camera in Katie's car showed that Katie and Sebastian didn't leave the house after their return home from dinner, and that no other cars were seen coming or going from Katie's home during the evening and early morning hours of the day or night Sebastian disappeared. No, they weren't. They weren't. That 3 a.m. car, I see your wording here, was not at their home. It was on the flipping road outside down the street, right? In our opinion, allegedly. Y'all listening to this? Y'all listening? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be boring. I'm trying to hurry. The lack of answers in the search for Sebastian has pushed the public to widely share the story on online platforms, but Ellie reminds the public to be wary of misinformation from unverified sources. Sebastian's disappearance has deeply affected our community, said Carter. We understand the desire for the community to want answers and for us to explain every step of the investigation, but we can't release all the case details without risking the integrity of the investigation. We ask that the community refocus on what matters most, and that's finding Sebastian. Staying united and supportive will bring us closer to the answers we're looking for. Okay, hang on. Let's go to something here. I'll show you this, and then I've got to get going. I want to show you guys this. Okay? Look at this. They show they're discrediting the 3 o'clock a.m. car. Okay, on down through there. This is what they put up, and I've circled something. Do you see anything odd about this right here? February 23rd, 2024 on that camera. What is that? Do you see that, guys? Sorry, Daisy. Dude got in here about 4 cop cars. Of course, they'll discredit 3M car bill. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but do you see the date? You see the date? This, and I'm not saying alleged. I'm saying go yourselves and look on their page and see this picture. Okay, hello, Michelle. I saw that last night when it was up there. I'm trying to go through chat. She is 90 and she would still give me. I heard that, Kathy. That's going to be Grace. They brought in everyone in the beginning, but they won't bring in anybody now, TJ. Yep, I agree. In our opinion. Yep. I agree. I'm trying to look. Yeah. Hello, Michelle. Past work. But I wanted you guys to see this. You see the date. Okay. The date Sebastian went missing, right? And anybody can correct me on this. If, Lord forbid the cameras were wrong. If this is a different picture, I haven't a clue. But it says February 23rd, 2024. This is what was on the FBI website. Okay. And I'm positive of that. If anybody wants to listen to me and go on their stream and say I'm spreading misinformation, I am not. This is on FBI.com's website with this date. Okay? Go look for it yourself. You will see. And you can screenshot this if you need to. But I tried to circle it. My pen didn't work very good. Just wanted you to see that. And here's Miss KP enjoying her Mexican food 5 weeks after Sebastian went missing. Okay? Remember that. We don't worry about our babies, guys. In my opinion, too, this is from Mob Crew because he uses this a lot. This, is that another camera there? Is that a light? We need this footage, Ellie. Somebody needs to release this of the whole night, in my opinion. Okay? But guys, I want to say thank you. Love you guys. I've got so much going on right now. I've got to travel tonight. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God, Daisy. That's horrible. But I love you guys. You have a good evening. Talk to you soon. Have a good day. Thank you, mods. Love you. Bye.